We've heard the stories of the first enslaved Africans brought to the United States through Hampton Roads. And in this week's Spirit of America story, Nick Broadway tells us about a man who not only escaped slavery, but also found his way home.
Of the many Africans forcefully brought across the Atlantic Ocean to become slaves in the colonies, very few were able to escape and return home. The story of one such person is held right here at the American Revolution Museum in Yorktown. Ayuba Solomon Diallo, a prince born in modern-day Senegal in the early 1700s. While on a mission to trade slaves, enemies from across the Gambia River kidnapped Diallo, selling him to the British. Forced into the arduous journey across the Atlantic, he became enslaved in our region.
He, being a prince, was not accustomed to working in the fields, and his owner noticed that.
Within roughly 2 years, he managed to get out and get to the coast. It just so happened another African was able to translate his Senegambian language to British sailors. He was able to talk his way onto their boat, bound for England. Harvey Bakari, curator of Black history and culture, suggests Diallo's charisma and high-ranking status helped greatly.
It suggests he also had as a prince, a particular aura about him, a particular deportment that caused people to want to know more about him, as opposed to just saying, oh, well, he's just a slave.
While in England, he became somewhat of a celebrity, part of a group referred to as being people of the book. They typically did not see Africans as educated. Some
of the British saw him as a curiosity, contrary to what the popular beliefs of Africans were at that time period.
An equal to some of the people he was meeting in England.
Sarah Michotte, senior curator at the American Revolution Museum, says 2 paintings were made of Diallo. You see the Quran around his neck in both.
So it's like having a photograph of you to remember you, because his countenance was so impressive to people. They wanted to keep a memory of him for future generations.
After his stay in England, Diallo was able to return to his home country. He lived the rest of his life there. Bakari notes the story of Diallo is an example of the resistance to slavery in this time period. While pieces of his story were always out there, he says it was not until the 1990s when historians seriously dug into the experience of Africans throughout the Atlantic world. The only other Diallo painting is on display at the British Museum. In Yorktown, Nick Broadway, 10 on your side.